YouTube. Hope you're doing great. Well, look at the steam. Steamy windows. No, municipal cabinet. I just wanted to show you guys. This is how I did it finally. So, little tube from the outside through the hole to the bottom. Plate. And a humidifier. It goes on every 3 hours. I'm not sure. But stuff is happening in there. But that I will show you guys another day. I just wanted to show you when I saw it. Yeah. What I actually wanted to show you guys is our Swedish midsummer weather. Totally wet everywhere. Yeah. So I hope it's gonna be better weather when I go away for a couple of days. But anyways, I guess you saw, or I guess not. I hope you saw my new orchid haul from Lucke orchideen in Germany. If I was a bit disappointed on a few of the orchids, my opinion might be changed after seeing the roots. And after having removed the plastic, yeah? This is a repot or not repot video. But most part of the cases, the orchids from Lucke orchideen are freshly imported from Thailand, Taiwan, South America. They ship them bare-rooted. And, yeah, naturally and obviously, many of the roots will die off during transport. So what they do when they arrive is to simply stick them down into a cheap plastic pot, like this brown one, with some, yeah, even cheaper quality bark. That's how they keep them and sell them. There's a little red warning sign on the website. So there won't be far too many complaints. Since I do not think they're worth complaining about, they're orchids. They're not worth complaints. No. Look, it's a very, very nice orchid nursery. Good prices. Very, very fast delivery and shipment. Yeah. Safe and fast. The service is excellent in comparison to a few other orchid nurseries up there. Yeah. But anyways, I need to start. Enough talk. Yeah. I don't know if you saw my beautiful, if you saw the video, you saw it, but I showed this gal to you, I mean my old gal, Gisele Bundchen, Cattleya, BLC, in bloom. So you know why I desired another one, a new one, after that one had died for me. Died and died, but it didn't look well, alright. That's what insects can do to orchids, to your plants in general. I kept her, my old one, semi-hydro, yeah. And the scale insects went for, some kind of bug, yeah. Some kind of mealy bug. It's scale, boys derived scale, yeah. They went for the base of the pseudobulbs. Made holes, and as it was sitting in a very, very water-retentive medium, there was some kind of broadening, black rot to the base. Many of the pseudobulbs just simply bent over and turned black. Yeah, I think that's what happened. So, semi-hydroponic is a lovely way of growing Cattleya orchids. Saves a lot of time and effort when it comes to watering and fertilizing. And if well grown, they will receive very, very plump and beautiful pseudobulbs in semi-hydroponics. So that's the method I'm going to choose for her today as well, with a little detail difference that there will be no more scale in my collection. So I almost extincted all of them, and it's really working out fine by spraying with orange oil. This product I will buy over and over again from Orchideen. Yes, Really nice. First things first, I need to get rid of the medium. Yeah, you can see a couple of new roots. They are very, very dry. Not much of green root tips at all. Coming out from that growth, fortunately, I thought I already put out a new root system from this short little new growth, but we're lucky. It's from the other one. So there will be another new root system before long. Oh, I'm not sure if it's before long, but this is quite wet. Someone watered it. I didn't, yeah, as you saw. So this lot is dead, yeah. So just cut them off. Yeah, one root tip. So, yeah. So, obviously, this gal puts out her roots when the new pseudobulb is quite matured. So it will take a while before she recovers and bounces back with a new root system coming from this pseudobulb. So, yeah, but I'm going to take a chance. Yeah, it's much easier maintenance, watering and all, to keep her in semi-hydroponic. Some say that you shouldn't transition a mature orchid into semi-hydroponics, but yeah, that's not entirely true. It works as well. Yeah. So now she's clean, and probably the root system will die off. But that's life. In return, when it bounces back in semi-hydro, it will be twice as strong. So, all right, just gonna mix up the orange oil mix, half a liter of water, 1 ml, and 1 milliliter of this orange oil. It's got a very, very nice scent to it, just like orange, yeah, fresh oranges. So it's very, very pleasant to work with. Since I'm going to spray it, I'm going to spray all of the orchids. Preventative causes, as I always say, to prevent the nasty creatures to get there when the orchids are trying to adapt and in some cases even bounce back at the same time. It will really demand quite a lot of energy from the orchid. So we don't need any insects, but they will thrive when a plant is suffering. So that's why I do it, especially to the base, but not on the roots. Never ever add oil, any sort of oil, onto the root system. Yes. So I'm going to wash it off a little bit now, in case I miss the leaves, in case I hit them, so with some oil. So I'm going to use this one. It's a little pot, outside decorative container, plastic one. Got at the grocery store, yeah, very cheap. Its name is Arna. Yeah, fits this little glass saucer perfectly. Yeah, add on water, let it pour out through the hose, and you know that it's full. Yeah. So we need a wick, like always. I stopped using the inner pot. This method keeps the moisture a whole lot better and gives a little bit more space. Yeah. But the con is that I cannot see the root growth and the roots development. So, but never mind. Here's the wick. Yeah. And we need a little bit of letter beads. Where do I keep them? I'm going to show you guys. They're in my bathroom. Yes. Always sitting in water at all times. A bit of charcoal in it as well. Just some remaining pieces from some repotting I did. Okie dokie. So, where's the holes? Huh? What's that? Alright. The roots will probably not make it, but we shall see. We're gonna need to do a cleanup on her, probably next year. Or maybe they will make it. But they're very, very far gone, so to speak. A little bit too far developed for being able to adapt to this wet condition. But only a couple of days ago, I believe, they started to be able to take up the moisture. Yes. And now the wick does its thing. Like this. Round the rim. So the moisture will go all the way from the bottom and up, yeah. It will always, the thing with semi-hydroponic is that the surface will dry out quite a lot. But that's why I always use some extra gravel on top. Will hold the moisture better, yeah. So I didn't want to put up way too far down there, so the roots will stand in order all the way from the start. You see what I mean? Normally I pot them up in the semi-hydro a lot lower down in the pot, but there's a purpose this time for it. Yes. So maybe if the roots do not meet with the water reservoir, could make it. We shall see. This pot is going to be too small for it next season anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to do a cleanup, yeah? So, sprayed and all, repotted and all, BLC, Gisele, Bundchen. And add on some water and this rain mix from Kearney Orchids, Belgium, I think. Belgium. I guess you saw how well my old one was growing in semi-hydroponics, and her lovely flowers. If you didn't, I'm going to give you a very, very short clip of what this one's flowers looks like. Yes, if you're interested in getting one yourself someday. For my next project, we need a bit of sphagnum moss. Yes, and add a bit of water. And it shall be ready to use in no time, yes? Add some ready mix. No, not ready, well, it's, yeah, it's readily available, at least. It's actually frag and path mix with a little bit extra calcium. But I don't think that's in a way. I have very, very soft water here. So, well, I might as well just use a little bit of it. So, instead of it just sitting there and degrading. So, I'm going to make a mixture of bark, yes, bark. I'm grabbing the large pieces. Not suitable for my Paphiopedilums anyway, or frags. Well, the frags they're already done. I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna edit the video, yeah. and finally see to that it's ready to upload on YouTube. Bark, charcoal like you always, a fair amount of perlite, spag, a fair amount of spag. Since this next project is going to be, we're going to use a clay pot for this project. So clay pots are, yeah, actually, they are my favorites. My favorite pots, yeah. To grow Cattleya orchids in. Yeah, it's so nice, yeah. But you need to stay on top of it when it comes to watering. Will dry out quite fast, so. But in return, you would rarely see, very, very seldom see a dead root. Yeah. And that goes for even for Paphiopedilums. But in that case, case you will need to keep them in a high humidity condition. Yeah, place with a very high humidity. So yeah, and that's going to be in one of my next videos as well. When I was taking care of my Paphiopedilums, removing them from my high humidity cabinet and put them elsewhere. So now I think we're good to go with the mix. It's a decent amount of moss now. All right, what do I have? This orchid is a beautiful one. One of the reasons why I placed this order in the first place, SOC, Hazel Boyd, and variety Royal Scarlet. Oh, what a glorious, glorious orchid. At least the flowers. But when I unboxed it, I saw the taddy, flimsy leaves. Yes. And what do I mean by that? Yeah, you can see for yourself. This is not a great, lovely foliage to stare at, sit and admire, really, is it? And I start to think and start to realize that it reminded me of a Cattleya orchid I once had, SOC Dual Box. Yeah. So, one of its parents is the SOC Dual Box. Very, very beautiful. Red flowers with some golden veinings to the center. Comes out here. A Yule box, yeah, without a sheath, and blooms sequentially. So do not cut a flower spike, an old flower spike, like I did. Yeah. When I cut the beginning of a new bud. Yeah. Bad idea. So wait. I think this one inherited that trait as well. Yeah. I have a feeling, strong feeling. As you can see, everything else it inherited from Yule box. Why not the flowering trait? As expected, very, very poor roots. Yes. If there actually are anything alive in here, yeah, I cannot see any good sign of that, but yeah. Well, that's why it's extremely tatty. Yeah. But my jewel box grew very, very fast and very fiercely. Bloomed twice a year. Bloomed for a long time sequentially. So, we shall see. Yeah. I'm going to clean off this root system and spray this orchid, as you saw. I'm going to do and follow the same routine with all of the rest of the orchids on the table here. So, yeah. spray her. Don't forget. As she now is going to be very, very sensitive and catch every bad thing there is up there for a while. So, a quite small clay pot. The next size I had was twice the size, so it needs to be this one. And a fair amount of moss. And it doesn't really matter in a clay pot. You can use only moss, but, well, I'm not growing in moss. So, I'm not going to start growing in pure moss, so I don't really like it all that much. So, there will be a mix. Has to be a mix. Otherwise, you will need to be there with a watering can every day. So you can quit your job and start watering. Yeah, you see what I mean? And you can see I'm pressing a bit. Yeah, the medium is still very, very fluffy in there with all the perlite. So it will be totally fine for the orchid. Right? Now let's deal with staking this flimsy orchid. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm curious about the little Dinard Blue Heaven. This is a very much better plant than the one I received last time from Cargill, as you saw. I added on a little clip of what it looked like. The plant I had before this one, yeah, the one that died. That one had a bad root system and almost, paw-sized pseudobulb. Yeah, but down there, only leaves. So, it was lacking pseudobulb, so to speak. This one isn't, so, and actually a little sheath. This one would take about 3 years to, bloom for you. And I'm not going to fuss around with this orchid far too much, you can see. I'm worried about its drainage and being kept too moist, yeah, as you can see. This time, until I see that I get it going, last time I think I did a soft repotting on her, which means that I kept the old spag and everything, old medium, and put her in a pot with medium around her, Didn't help. It's quite a sensitive one. So, but you can see, I think we can see, no new roots yet. So, that will help out a lot. And a little eye coming, so, I'm going to clean her off totally this time. I'm not going to repeat the same mistake and get the same results. I bet these guys comes from the very same source, from the start, same manufacturer out there. So, clay pot, sprayed orchid, clean root system. It's not too large for it. Some bark to the bottom for some more drainage. Yes. It's used to be sitting in moss. Adapting an orchid from moss to pure bark is more difficult, takes longer. Sometimes with very poor results, and to adapt an orchid sitting in bark into moss. So that's why I'm having to choose the moss and bark mixture as a favorite. I've been using it for many years, and it works so great. But as I said, it takes time to water. Yes, you need to be there very often with a watering can, or dip water the whole lot into a bucket. That you do not need to do with the semi-hydroponic orchids, so I'm using both methods. It gives you variation, and it's fun to show you guys not only semi-hydroponic grown orchids. Most people do not choose to use that method, so I want this channel to attract all kinds of growers. Yes, not only the ones growing in semi-hydroponics, if you see what I mean. That's why I keep garden orchids, frags, paths, dendrobiums, cattleyas. I keep everything in one single apartment, and I must say that a lot of it grows very well. Yeah? If you try to mimic the natural habitat, yeah, it will finally be paid off. You will eventually get your reward. You need to have patience when dealing with orchids. If an orchid doesn't bloom for 2 years, it's not doomed to be sold on eBay, and it's not doomed to the trash can either. It's doomed to you adding on a little bit more patience into your life. Yeah. Looks quite nicely in comparison to my old one. You want to see a little short clip on what my old one looked like when I got it. So you're going to see and understand the difference. Look at this one, pseudobulbs. And it costed the very same amount of money, yeah? Same price. A little sheet, yeah? Here it comes. So, here's a very interesting orchid up on the table. Not a Cattleya, is a Odontonia Lulli Menuet. Flowering size for $12.90. A good priced orchid. Also referred to as Oncidopsis Lulli. Yeah, and 2 parents. Miltoniopsis and one Oncidium, with very, very strange names, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce them. Yeah, it will only sound silly. But I fell for the flowers. Could be a cooler grower. Not sure. But the cooler growers grows well in my conditions in a hard apartment. Anyways. So. You can always put them outside on the balcony if you got a balcony throughout the summer period, or for a week's time out there. You can really achieve some drastic changes. Yeah, might as well just get her out. This plastic stuff is all over the place. Yeah, what do you think? It's not so bad as I first thought, but look at this little teeny weeny. This one is going to be potted up separately in a very tiny little pot, and might put it out for sale on an auction in autumn, yeah, at the Orchid Society, yeah. Great. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this little sheath so we can expose some roots. Yeah, this one is old, bad, firm, not far too wrinkled. This one, yeah, hasn't received an even amount of humidity nor water. So, but it's got potential, more potential than I first thought when I saw it in the plastic wrapping. So, yeah. I'm going to try to clean her off under my tap. She's still damp here. I've been watering her. So, yeah. and spray her, of course. Well, looks like a very, very wide and a bit too large pot for her. If and when I see her growing a better root system, I will only simply lift her up, bloop, place it there. Or, in severe cases, I even did this. Some people even hang a little pot to the outside, attached to the rim of the pot. So new roots will go down there into some new fresh medium. But, well, that's extreme cases. That's not going to happen. This should be wonderful for her. This mix I use for almost all of my orchids. They all seem to thrive in it, no matter which genus I'm approaching. So that's it's kind of amazing, yeah. I've been using this type of mix, orchid blend, at the Gothenburg Botanical Gardens orchid section for many years, with very good results. So, should be steady enough to for you to grab her, not having her falling out. Yes. Yeah, not far too much medium around the old pseudobulbs. Can cause rotting, so I rather keep them free from medium a bit. Yes. Yeah, until she's settled. And there shall be some watering. I'm just going to support the newest growth a little bit. In a way. Yeah, like this. Just a little bit. Lulli. Menuet. Adorable flowers. Yes. And, well, there's not going to be any more repotting, so I'm just going to look at a few orchids. This one. Aurea, Toshie, Aoki, Starburst. This is what it was announced as in the web shop. Look at the picture here. Where on earth do you see Prosticea marii? Yeah, I did some thinking, and when I googled this cross with a marii in it, I saw the very same looking flowers as the Toshie Aoki Starburst. So I have no clue whatsoever what the flowers will look like when it finally decides to reward me. But what I do know is that the marii is a quite difficult one to grow, and it's a very, very tiny orchid. Very finicky. I had, I think, two in the past. Kill them off, both of them, so no matter what I did. This Toshie Aoki comes in many, many varieties, and very, very tall canes and very, very tall and slim leaves. Almost like a Cattleya purpurata, the size of it. So people are, they were complaining about a little bit about the size of the orchid. So maybe they're one of the flowers, or hoped for achieving similar looking flowers on a lot smaller plant. And so that's where the marii plays its part, I'd reckon. So if you ever see this gal in bloom, it shall be really, really interesting. Two new growth, I didn't see that. Why still in the wrapping paper? So this one has grown on me, and I can see some root tips. So she's gonna be I'm gonna make the very same repotting on her as I did for the Dinard Blue Heaven. clay pot, moss mixture. Yeah, you can see. Similar in size, yeah. Not so bad. Yeah, I'm a little bit curious. I think I need to see its roots. Somebody did a softie on her. Yeah, you know what a softie is. I just explained that earlier in this video. Yeah. Kept the old medium. But there will be a new root system before long, as you can see. The new roots are coming out after the growth has matured, so that's great. This freebie, I still do not know much about, but I think she's going to be in, I'm not sure yet. I need to look at the root system. Healthy plant. Except for this leaf, which broke some point in its life, unfortunately. But the rest of the plant is healthy. So, and what about its roots? Yeah, as to say, pot bound. Yeah. I'm not going to fuss about with this root system. Got a couple of Bible root tips still. I'm just going to shake off a bit of the bark and stick it down into clay pot with this medium. Yeah? Plain and simple. Very strange name. Long name. Potinara, Afternoon Delight, Radiant. Times Cattleya, Schilleriana, yeah. Stands for the size. Small size orchid. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Fits underneath my grow LED light on my IKEA shelf. Yeah, that's great. Cannot grow very tall. Otherwise, I would need to remove one section, and that would be a pity. Yeah. So this one fits perfectly. Good thing. With a medium to small size Cattleya. Look, I repotted a little Lulli. Well, no. Last but not least, this lovely piece of art. Or see, Star of Siam, pumpkin. Yeah, it's a quality plant. Yes, very, very pot bound. First, I thought about perhaps put her into semi-hydro. But maybe I still can, but I will lose the entire root system. But I guess that's inevitable. I would like to keep her in semi-hydro. And if it's not working out properly, if anything bad happens to her, this one is readily available at, well, Svarta, of course, Lucke, and a couple of other places, other nurseries out there. So she's quite common, but nonetheless important to me. So I'm just saying, just like for the Gisele Bundchen, I was able to replace her after failing. So it's going to be semi-hydroponic for her. I'm going to try it out. Look, you know why? No roots yet. So I'm not worried. Alright, now you know what I'm going to do. Or what I did with the orchids, my new orchids. In this little repot or not repot session. For the orchids from Lucke in June 24. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, share, put down a comment, interact a bit. Linda says hi. And we should talk soon. Bye bye guys. Take care. Have a lovely, lovely day.